These articles looks like quite interesting, right? You can identify a remain of a soldier that died during the Civil War in America. That's like about 100 years ago, or let me see, about 200 years ago or 150 years ago. But you can identify the remains. There could be like 3 to 5 generations between now and then, so it's quite a remarkable pathology and criminology analysis. Let's find out how they did it. This article is from CBS News. DNA technology leads to identification of Revolutionary War soldier. Bradley Blackburn, updated Sunday, July 5th, 2026. The peaceful pine forests of Camden, South Carolina, have spent centuries hiding a secret as old as America itself. In August 1780, British and American soldiers clashed there, leading to a terrible defeat for the Continental Army. Union and Continental Army, right? Battlefield archaeologists Jim Legg and Steve Smith have been studying the site for decades, but recently they made a shocking discovery. The sandy soil was a home to several sets of remains buried in shallow graves. Metal buttons suggested the men had been Continental soldiers, but there was no other identification. Remains were given numbers instead of names. About 2,000 Continental soldiers were killed, wounded, or captured, and some men never returned home. Their families could only guess at their fates. But Legg and Smith's discovery, paired with an explosion in DNA technology, is changing what's possible. A set of remains previously known only as 9B has been identified as John Pumphrey, a young man from Maryland who enlisted in the Continental Army's 7th Maryland Regiment as young as 13. Wow, 13. Alison Peacock, a genealogist who uses DNA and family trees to identify remains, said researchers used 3 different types of DNA and biographical data to make the identification. Okay, so they used 3 different types of DNA and biographical data to make the identification. DNA databases yielded some 20,000 genetic matches, and about 100 people had a genetic connection close enough to confirm Pumphrey's identity. Wow. Identifying the remains at last puts goosebumps on her arms, Peacock said. The Pumphrey family has deep Maryland roots. Historic records show the family owned sawmills and real estate, but court records show the estate was lost in a dispute after John Pumphrey's father died. A need for money may have led to the teen's decision to enlist, Peacock said. Okay, so suddenly he was poor and he had no choice to join the Army, Continental Army, at age of 13. I'm sure he just was bundling a new life for himself, building a new life for himself. I'm not wearing glasses. Humphrey likely marched more than 1,000 miles with a regiment. The unit fought in battles with then General George Washington in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. The Pumphrey family still exists today. The clues included DNA from three sisters, Pam Donahue, Karen Pumphrey Atchison, and Nancy Pumphrey White. Donahue said she is proud to now know her fourth great uncle fought for the United States. To find out that we do have a young man that sacrificed his life for the development of our country, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing, she said. In late June, members of the extended Pumphrey family came together to hear his story and say his name for the first time in centuries. His remains are interred in South Carolina, where he and other soldiers were discovered. But the tombstone once marked unknown will soon have his name carved on it. I think it's a gift to the whole country to know his story, Peacock said. That's amazing, right? Genealogist. Explosion in genealogy, genetical technology, right? Explosion in DNA technology, with an explosion paired with an explosion in DNA technology is changing what's possible. Yeah.